prophet. Amen. So you got to know how to be able to train them, know how to be able to discern, because that's the army. Because if you go into a church and you got a pastor, see, a pastor cannot train a prophet.
Right.
But he got a prophet. And see, if a pastor, oh, Father, I love you. But if a pastor have not educated themselves on the gifting and the anointing, in other words, of the prophet, you gonna have a hard time as a prophet sitting up on the pastor. If he, hold it, wait a minute. If you don't have that training. You see what I'm saying? Because they're going to war against you. They're going to set you up. The prophet ought to have liberty in the house. Where if you came into my house on a Sunday morning and you walk, and see, people don't understand. We're going to learn about protocol and divine order. If you came in my house on Sunday morning, you ain't just come by to say, hey, you could have called me this morning and said, hey, if God led you over here to 1505, when you come through that door, you should not leave out of here without giving a word to the house, or a word to whoever God sent, or even a word to me. Amen. Because if a prophet come in your house, don't take it lightly. You are to honor. Well, like sometimes when we go into houses, and because people don't understand protocol, don't understand when the apostle come into the house, but when a prophet comes to that house comes subject to the prophet. Yes, right. So you got to be able to know your call, and you can't go anywhere. You can't just go because, oh, y'all think I'm going to hang out over here. You have to guard that spirit and that anointing on your life. Amen? Because even dealing with family, that's going to be a hard ground for you. Amen? A very hard ground, but it's a teaching ground. Amen? So that's like when you look at Jeremiah, God didn't let Jeremiah go everywhere. Ezekiel had to so-and-so. Isaac had to lay. You see what I'm saying? So you got to know how to cover that anointing upon your life, because in this hour, the prophet got to speak. And if you hear the prophet, he said, then you be established. Amen. Yes. So people can't know you on a corner. They got to know you in the spirit.
That's right.
Amen. You're married now. Your husband's your best friend. Y'all can laugh and kiki holler and do whatever you need to do. But some people you got to have an alignment with. What you want to say, Don?
I wanted to just add to that, even with prophets, because this is a problem that I see, that they don't understand who it is that they are to minister to, because there's different levels of prophets. Mm-hmm. They could be a prophet to the nations, a prophet to leaders, a prophet to just congregations. Mm-hmm. And that's a problem that I've seen, where they don't understand, what their level is of being a prophet. Makes a lot of, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm John.
Okay.
I did have another question though. What's the difference between a prophet and a seer?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You want to answer that for,
the seer, two things. A prophet can be a prophet, but a seer can be a seer and a prophet.
Okay.
So the seer, it sees into the spirit realm. Mm-hmm. So one time I literally looked up in the sky and I seen two angels flying, and one was passing a little black box to the other. Mm. So God gives you like insight or vision. It's like a supernatural vision that you can see, like a portal that He opens up, and you can see into the portals of what He's saying. And then a prophet is just the mouthpiece of God. Okay. God drops it, you hear it, and then you speak it.
Okay.
So the seer, you can see it and you can prophesy it.
Okay.
And he'll speak to you.
Okay.
At the same time.
And you want to say something?
I have a question.
Okay, could you hold that?
It was okay, because I didn't understand.
Okay, go ahead.
No, because I'll wait.
No, go ahead.
Because she was just saying the seer can see, God will allow a seer to see through a portal and see things that the prophet. So are you saying the prophets don't see? Because I know, I'm talking about true prophets. I'm not talking about people that actually have seen directly into the spirit realm. So does God work like that too with the prophet? I thought that a prophet, because I know God speaks to the prophet, but what I'm saying is, but I also thought that God would give them an eye to see in what I'm trying to say, into the spirit realm, like she's saying, that they could actually see things that we're not going to see with the natural eye.
Okay. You want to say something?
Well, she just explained that a seer can be a prophet also.
Oh, okay.
So, but a prophet can't be a seer, and it's on like a different level, as far as, it should.
We're gonna study all of the spiritual gifts,
Okay.
but go ahead.
Because, with the prophet, yes, they hear. You ever, when they prophesy to you, say, I hear the Lord saying, da 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 da, I hear the Lord
Right.
saying. But also prophets can have open visions.
Right.
Okay.
They can have open visions, and they can be dreamers and all that. But when it comes to a seer sees on another dimension that God is revealing to them, and it's also on different levels. It can be for nations, you know, because I'm always seeing about Africa, things that's happening in Africa.
Right.
I don't know why, you know, but things like that, and heavenly things. You know, it's more on the heavenly level, heavenly things where you actually visit heaven
Yes.
and seen those things,
Yes.
you know, and that's the difference, you know.
Not necessarily the prophesy.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
see it. Okay.
But the prophet does have open visions as well.
You gonna say something,
Yeah, I,
I don't know why I keep calling you minister.
I just got some, clarity on what is what, because, you know, myself, I see a lot. And when I tell people, you know, what's gonna happen, you know, I get people, you know, saying, oh, how you knew that? Don't tell me that, 'cause I'm scared every time you tell me something, it happened, you know, but, I had two sisters, I had 3 sisters that died, but 2 of them, I told some family members that the day they was gonna die. And everybody got scared because they said that, why did I say that? But I told them the date that they was gonna die, and they died on those dates, you know, but I always tell my husband when I see something, I say, you're up speaking, and I'm listening, my ears are hearing, and my eyes are seeing, not picking on no one, but sometimes I tell him, you know, I say, certain things that was gonna happen, so I didn't know where I was at in the ministry, you know, because a lot of time I know that, you know, God showed me things ever since I was a kid. I was like a dreamer, you know, and I see things way before it happened.
I got one more thing to say. May I? Me? Okay.
Did
Pastor,
who wants to say something? You want to say
you want to say
something?
something?
No, I'm
Go ahead.
getting a better
Go ahead.
understanding.
Go ahead,
of
go
it,
ahead.
too.
I just, as she was talking and stuff, I just came up with a different, example or analogy. Remember when we had the big storm here, the tornado or whatever, and it hit over in the Edgewood area,
Yeah.
over there by Jenkins Barbecue, and all that, and
Torn
all
up.
those trees laid down, and all they could see was a storm was coming. A storm was coming. It sounded like a train. It was even prophesied. Oh, God said a storm is finna hit Jacksonville, and you know, I heard all these things. Well, I actually have it on another phone where I actually took the picture. I actually saw the black thing before it happened. What I saw was angels warring. That's what I saw. I saw angels actually with swords warring, and a path was made where there was one, where the trees laid down and open.
Wow.
They were warring there, but in the natural, it was just a tornado,
Amen.
a hurricane. I actually took a picture and I was calling people. I was like, do you see? Look at the sky. Look at what's happening. You don't see it. You don't see it.
Right.
And nobody saw it. Nobody saw it.
I understand what you're saying now about that, because I know, I've seen things, and I mean, and it have actually come to pass. It's just like, when, you remember the storm Sandy?
Mhm.
God showed me that storm sitting right at Jacksonville. But he told me why it would turn and go up the East Coast. He said, but the damage was gonna be up there. And why it wouldn't come across into Jacksonville, because remember, it was right at us, it was supposed to hit here. You know, and so I said, I questioned my own self. I don't question God, I question me. I said, well,
Right.
Lord, you show me these things. And I, like Pastor say, you try to tell your leaders or people, you know, and they don't receive you, then they start teaching and saying, well, you know, God ain't gonna give nobody, no, won't let nobody bring me my man, you know, little cliches like that, and so kind of like shut you down.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, but I have a lot of dreams and open visions and things, and I hear God when He speaks to me, like just simple things, because
Right.
just last week, when the storm came through, the lights went off and everything, but about a couple of days later, I got up, that morning I was getting ready for work after I showered and everything, getting ready. And I went in the closet in the hallway and I heard the voice say to me, your refrigerator, it's not working. And my mind was on the refrigerator because I had cleaned it. I said, the refrigerator don't feel good. But I went to the refrigerator and sure enough, it wasn't running, but I and I put my hand on the refrigerator. I said, Lord, I cannot afford to buy another refrigerator. I said, not now. And well, really, I can. I mean, I would if I had to. And I said, God, I need this refrigerator to work. And He let me go right to the box, hit the switches, click them on and off. Refrigerator came back on and started working.
Amen. I want to share something with you right quick. And we're gonna study all about when we get to spiritual gifts and all of that. We're gonna go in depth about the prophetic gift and you know and how to walk and all that. But I just want to say something right quickly, and we're gonna move on. When you look at Ezekiel 37, he said, "The Spirit of the Lord." What would you say that was? You know, God took him, you know, out of body experience, and He let him oversee. You know, sometimes, you know, I can have dreams and everything about everything you had on, everything else. And I can also see, you know, certain settings. Amen. I, you know, could also see, you know, so God took him out of body experience and let him see the condition of Israel. Amen. Individual realm, the out of body experience. You know, we look at Paul had it. You know, different ones. So we're gonna deal, and that's a little bit more in depth. You know, y'all had some very good questions. We're gonna be able to break down what is the seer, what is the dreamer, what is the visionary. You know, how to have big and open visions, or seeing open heaven, and stuff like that. So we're gonna really go into the depths of the spiritual gift because I want you to know how to have a balance in what you operate in. Amen. So, you know, just like she was telling about the general and setting up, you will be assigned to certain people, just like me, my assignment today, right here today. You know, so you'll be able to be assigned to other people because you have people, and just like the Bible talks about the school of prophet, you have people that has gifting on them, but sometimes people don't know how to train and develop those things, so you become stagnated. Amen. I'm reading it, but I don't understand it. And just like now, y'all minister to each other, and your eyes are open a little bit more on different things. That's why He said, I gave these government gifts to the body to perfect the saints. You know, so you got to know your assignment. You know, you got to know your assignment. It's just like some people, they like passing out clothes and flyers and stuff, but that don't make them an evangelist. That's evangelist work. You know, it don't call you to be an evangelist. Amen. So we want to understand assignments that God has given us. Amen. Is that all right? Yes. So we need to move on to the spiritual leadership training, effective discipline your time. Amen. The one y'all got on last. Oh, let's stop right quickly. Let's share about the eagle and the lion. Yeah, y'all got that. Let's talk about the eagle and the lion. We're going to start going around the table. Amen. Glory to God.
Hallelujah.
You need 10 minutes to expand on it. Amen. So bring out, you didn't get your assignment sheet? Oh, boy, I'm so sorry. She went here last week.
And you did give me that sign.
You just didn't look. Okay, you want to bring back next time.
Send Pastor Solomon me.
It's so much about it.
Yes.
Okay, bring out some things that, you know, that really stuck out with you. You know what, I'm gonna release my stand up here, each one of y'all come up here and talk to me. Yeah, come.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Turn that off, sister.
Amen.
All right, some of the key things here that, research found out about the lions, number one, just a big cat.
Yeah, what you gonna do with it?
He's considered as, the king of beasts. And we can relate that to, the king of kings, amen?
Amen.
He's active at night. Amen,
Oh, okay.
like God in the spirit, he can see. I don't care if you're in the night, he can see you in the night, amen? In the day, so the night is just like the day to the cat. I noticed, too, that he likes to hunt, and brush and bushes, cause say he got little short legs, so he can really move around, without being discovered, because of his legs and, his abilities. So that's why they hide, in the shrubs. And, the animals that they're preying on can't detect them, because they move around, so eloquently, in disguise. He kind of blend in with, his environment. They got big muscles. Amen. And deadly claws. I was just looking at, nature and how, they brought down a giraffe. Amen. But now they hunt in teams and pods. Amen. And so they together. That's the way God wants his people to be together. There's a lot you can do when you're together. I'm not gonna stay long. The territorial. Let's see. Let's see. Just want to read this right here. Some of the characteristics. Have a lot of courage. It stands for justice. He represents power, strength, wisdom, pride, authority, also material wealth and riches. Those are some of his some symbolics. That's what he symbolizes. It's just so much. I'm just so much, but
Yes, some of the
he symbolizes, God. Now the eagle I didn't get to.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get to the eagle, so I'm gonna let somebody else have it. Amen.
Amen. Come on.
Well, I thought, okay. I talk about the characteristic of an eagle, and I did look it up, and we know that it's like a bird of prey, and it has a large hook deep for ripping flesh from their prey.
Wow.
And they strong, and they muscle legs, powerful talent, and the beak is typical heavier than that of most other birds of prey. So we know that big beak thing is strong. It's strong.